Hey you guys, thank you so much for tuning in and welcome to my channel. Today we are talking about eyeshadows. These are brand new eyeshadows from Colourpop, not just brand new shades. This is a brand new product altogether, new formula. I'm a little late on doing this video because okay, let me just introduce the product to you guys. This is the Jelly Much eyeshadows from Colourpop. I'm sure you guys might have seen a few videos here and there. I haven't seen a whole lot, to be honest, but I've seen like a few popular YouTubers do a review on the product. But I actually placed my order in two different shopping instances because first time I was a little bit skeptical, so I just went with two shadows. I really like them, so after that I bought three more, and so yeah, that is the delay. That is the reason for the delay. So I have 5 shades to show you guys. So this retails for $8. I kind of speculated that there might be a really solid price increase because they introduced Super Shock eyeshadows when they were like first starting out and nobody knew them, and I think they've run the business exceedingly successfully for what, 5 years now, I think, right? 4 or 5 years. I'm gonna show you guys. I think 4 years. Yeah, for 4 years, and it only makes sense to come out, if they come out with a new product, to come out with like a price increase, because especially eye products, they are super duper hit. They're pressed powder eyeshadows. Although it's not my favorite, it's like very popular and very well loved. Super Shock eyeshadow is my absolute favorite. They are amazing. So yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense that they would, if they're coming out with like brand new product, it would be a little bit expensive. But it's just not a price increase. You do get a lot of product. You get a whopping 6.5 grams of product, you guys. I thought, why are they giving us so much product? I was wondering, and so I looked into like a jelly eyeshadow counterparts for the Jelly Much eyeshadows. The only thing I could think of was the Butter London Glaze in Eye Glosses. So it pretty much comes in a similar pot like this, like a small container, but I feel the consistency of the glaze in I don't own it, by the way. I'm just based off seeing videos. I've seen the product actually jiggle when they move the little container. So, but anyways, we are talking about price and weight of the product. So getting back to that, I think the weight is kind of in the same ballpark of what Colourpop offers, probably because of the jelly consistency, jelly or cream consistency. The Colourpop Butter London's Glaze in Eye Glosses, you get 5.5 grams of product, and those are like high-end products, so they retail for $24. But this, you get 1 gram more. You get 6.5. Butter London, you get 5.5. And this retails for $8, and the Butter London retails for $24. So I think because of the cream, although they call it jelly, I think we should categorize to cream eyeshadows. So cream eyeshadows, I think you do get a lot more than powder or like your regular. Okay, Super Shock eyeshadows are cream, but they are kind of more, I don't know, I would classify them as kind of powder because they don't have that emollient feel. I feel they have that moisture to them, but still they feel like powder eyeshadow. So anyways, $8, 6.5 grams of product. You will not run out of this at all, especially given the fact how pigmented these are. So 6.5 grams, $8. So let's talk about the packaging before I get into the swatches. I've been talking to you guys for a long time already. So it does come like in a little pot, and it says Colourpop and Jelly Much in like a holographic print, and at the bottom you have a sticker which has the shade name, and it says Jelly Much eyeshadows and tells you how much you get in weight, net weight, 6.5 grams of product, and then it says made in the USA, and it does have the cruelty free, that bunny symbol. Bunny, right? Yeah, it's a bunny symbol. And so yeah, and inside you actually have a stopper which says keep me. In fact, they tell that also in the box. It says keep the magic in, close jar tightly after use. So they do specify that keep this, do not throw away. It also says here keep me. I wish they had given like a stopper or like a lid like this with Super Shock shadows, because they do dry out quite quickly if you ask me, but not like in a month's time, you know, but they do eventually dry out. Personally, I do use Super Shock eyeshadows even after they dry out, because it's not hard to use them. It's not like they don't have this brick like consistency. Once they dry out, they have this powdery consistency. They just lack the moisture, but still I feel they blend and stuff like that. So I do kind of use them. Probably I shouldn't, I don't know, let me know if I should use them or not. But it would be better, I think, if they came with a stopper also with the Super Shock. But it says like reminds you everywhere, keep me. So yeah, so I think you have to, otherwise they will dry out. There's a lot of products stuck in here. You don't even need to dive into the actual packaging, the little container. You have, I think it will take you a year to even like finish up this. There's so much product left. Let me just remove the product. I'm just removing it by, and yeah, let's get into the swatches, you guys. This is Origami. The first one is the usual. I think this yellow was so trendy last year. It's like almost green, not greenish, it's like a bright yellow gold. Oh, before I move on, I just wanted to tell you guys about the consistency of the product. I forgot, I'm sorry. I know they call it a jelly much, and the way they describe it online is like a jelly consistency. Honestly, I don't think it has this jelly consistency at all. I feel the consistency is more like that of a cream eyeshadow. Okay, there are two kinds of cream eyeshadows. I feel the cream eyeshadow which is in like in a pot, which is pressed more, it's pressed well and it's more solid. But if you've guys seen a cream eyeshadow in like a squeeze tube, it's not very runny, but at the same time it's not very solid. It's like it has the consistency, hang on, the consistency is perfect to pick it up in a brush. It's soft, but at the same time it's not runny. That's exactly the consistency of the Jelly Much eyeshadows. I don't feel it's like a jelly. It doesn't jiggle when you move around. It just stays put. You know, it looks like a jelly, but I feel consistency is more like a cream eyeshadow and like a squeeze tube. It's like perfect, but I don't feel it's like a jelly. It's an attractive way to market these, honestly. It's like a really attractive way rather than just saying, oh, we have another variety of cream eyeshadows, because people usually regard Super Shock eyeshadows as cream eyeshadows, cream to powder finishes. So I feel it's like a really intelligent way to market it, but the consistency I feel is like cream eyeshadows. I just wanted to let you guys know that. So the second shade is Bungalow. This, oh wow, it's a stunning green. It's so stunning, and there's so much product always. I just hate it. Yeah, and that's Bungalow. It's like a teal. It's like a green. Honestly, it is definitely a green, but I feel it's like a teal with a green, leaning green, like completely leaning green, but it has this teal look to it. I feel, I don't know, it's not as crazy pigmented as Origami, but I don't feel it's very sheer. You can definitely apply it on the eyes. I feel with a brush, because I'm using like my finger, it's a little bit sheerer, but with a brush I feel it goes on really pigmented. I did not have to build it up at all. This is the shade I have in the inner and outer corners of my eyelids. That is the green. That is Bungalow, I mean. And then we have Once and Floral. They have three duochromes, I think, and I picked one of them up. There are two more. There's one lavender shade, and then there's one with gold, white to gold. Then there's white to lavender, and then this is the orange to like a cranberry color. It's not strictly red, but it's like more of a cranberry, like a orange to cranberry shade. It's beautiful. You can see the duochrome even in the packaging, even in the you know, little container, but it's stunning, you guys. And this is the shade I have in the center of the eyelids. I don't know if you can see the duochrome. If I move, you can see that orange shift, I think. But in person, the duochrome is pretty strong. You can definitely see the duochrome. It's not like very subtle. It doesn't have like a weak duochrome. It's a pretty strong duochrome. And the pigmentation is good, really good on this as well. I have, this is actually a close dupe. I think an almost spot on dupe for Pat McGrath's eyeshadow. I do have her palette to show you guys in the end. But yeah, that is Once and Floral. Beautiful. All of the products have this lid, by the way, this topper. And then this is Short Circuit. This was described as a bronze, but this is very much a copper shade, you guys. So much product. This is, hang on, I'm just taking a little bit from this topper because there's so much. That is Short Circuit, and this is copper, I feel. Definitely copper than a bronze. I'm sorry, the swatch is not that good, but this is extremely pigmented. Just one swipe pigmentation, no problems at all. So yeah, that is Short Circuit. Let me just close that up because these are expensive, $8, and I don't want them to dry out like as soon as possible, you know. And then finally, this is a last shade which is called Foxes. This is such a beautiful fiery orangish gold shade. I feel this gold is trending this year. Last year this was like so popular. Every single palette had gold like this. Pat McGrath's Decadence palette had it. I think Cheers to the Beauty had it as well. Like I saw this gold everywhere. This year this like orangey, what is this, orangish copper, I mean orangish gold shade is trending. Beautiful. This is not a duochrome, but just like a beautiful gold color. So those are the 5 shades that I got, you guys, and I'm extremely satisfied with the formula. Also very happy. They're very easy to use with. I do have I did bring an eyeshadow brush to show you guys, to just show you guys how easy it is to apply with a flat shader brush. I do not have any natural hairbrush, so I use synthetic brush to apply all of these. Before, have I told you guys my eyeshadow look? I think I've used only 2 today. So this is the green in the inner and outer corners, and in the center of the lid I have this. So yeah, I've used 2 shades today. Let's show the one, maybe the green one, because that was the one which was a little sheer when I applied it with my finger. So let's just see how that looks when I apply it with a brush. So I'm just using clean brush. I'm just picking up a little bit of product. It's so much easier to pick up product when it's on this lid because this is like a flat solid surface, and you can put as much as pressure as you want to pick up a lot of product, you know, and to make sure that the product adheres really well to the brush. If you pick up product from this, you know, this is like a softer, you know, surface, so it's a little hard to really put a lot of pressure. If you do that, you'll end up like literally dunking the entire brush in, and it would be impossible to use. I would not recommend you guys doing that. So picking up product on this lid is really helpful. So I have a lot of product now on the brush. Do you see that? Just one swipe, it just went on so smoothly. So I recommend you guys picking it up from the back of that stopper, you know, and you have plenty of product stuck in that always at all times. So you can just use that as like a, you know, like a eyeshadow plate maybe to just pick up product. So that was the a sheerer one, and look at how pigmented it is. I'm just extending it all the way. It's really good. I did not encounter any problems, and this green is such a unique green, you guys. So beautiful. Like I said, it has like this teal side to it. It is green. If you just look at it, it is green, but it has a teal side to it. I don't know how to explain it to you guys. And this one cent floral is so beautiful, so vibrant. And let me show you guys that I have the Decadence palette, and let me just swatch this shade. What is it called? I don't know, you guys. Pat McGrath never prints the name of the shadows in her palette, so no clue what that is. So that is that. Let me just swatch that. The top is Pat McGrath. Do you see that orange shift? Let me just swatch the, hang on, Once in Floral. Where are you? Hang on, I got it. Let's just brush swatches since we already have the brush out. And there's so much product on the back of the lid. Hang on, it's a little hard for me to function with my left. So I got the other side, the back side has green, so I got the other side, and I'm picking up, putting some pressure and picking up product so that so I have some product, a lot of it, and so when I review the Pat McGrath's palette, I feel it's the same. I honestly feel they are the same. When I review the Pat McGrath's palette, I absolutely love the formula and how pigmented they are and everything. But the all of the shades in the Pat McGrath palette were either foiled or they had this satin, like a shimmery finish. So I really wanted those highly reflective glittery eyeshadows, but the only shade in the palette which was extremely unique was this shade, this cranberry to orange kind of shift, this duochrome. And I think we have like a perfect spot on dupe for the palette for that particular shade. So if you're just looking to buy the palette just for that shade, just spend $8 and you'll be happy with this, because the duochrome is so strong. You can definitely see it in person, in camera, everything. I'm not sure if you can see it in the video, but in person and in natural light, you can definitely see the duochrome. So yeah, those are the two dupes, and I think I covered the price and the weight, compared it with the Butter London's eyeglosses, and the consistency is more like a cream. And overall, I'm very happy with the formula, you guys, with all of the shades. I'm actually happy with all of the shades. What else? I think, yeah, if they come out new colors that interest me, I might get it, but probably wait for a sale, because $8 is quite expensive if you ask me, really expensive. And I don't know, I think I mean, it's still really inexpensive for high, like it is really good quality, but I want to see how long these last, really. That I'm very curious about that. I mean, I kind of can forgive if a $5 eyeshadow dries out, and $8 is a little bit on the tiny bit pricey for an inexpensive brand, right? So I'm very curious about how long these last. I am going to keep the lid on and everything, but still I'm very curious. I don't want to keep buying more eyeshadows and only for them to dry out in few months time. So yeah, that thing I'm really curious about. But otherwise, all in all, I really like it. Yeah, hope you guys found this video useful. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked watching it, and please subscribe if you stayed with me till the end. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for spending your very precious time with me, and yeah, I will see you guys very soon. Bye bye.